All right, so the first thing that we're looking at, yesterday we had looked at the numbers. We've looked at opposites on the number line and kind of looking at what we would need, like as far as vocabulary that would allow us to know if we were looking at a positive or a negative number, right? Everybody remember that? All right, so today we're looking at ordering decimals and percents, okay? So decimals and integers are both classified as rational numbers. All right, now, rational numbers is a term that you're going to be familiar with this year. I'm not sure about 7th grade, but I know in 8th grade math, you will use rational and irrational a lot, okay? And then at the high school, you will be using it there as well. So here, remember yesterday, we were talking about whole numbers and integers. Can somebody tell me what an example of a whole number is? Do you remember? What do you think, Jackson? 4? 4 is a whole number. What about negative 4? Is negative 4 a whole number? Negative. What is negative 4? An integer. Good. So we know that whole numbers. So whole numbers are 0 and up, okay, to positive numbers. All right, integers integers are all negative and positive whole numbers. All right, now rational numbers, what a rational number is going to do is a rational number is going to include those decimals, so that the numbers that are in between your wholes. So between 2 and 3, between 3 and 4, okay? So rational numbers are fractions, and for right now, we'll just know that it is decimals. It goes a little bit more extensive when you get into the 8th grade, but for right now, just know that it's fractions and decimals. All right, so each number belongs in a specific or exact location on the number line. All right, so let's look at our numbers. It's wanting us to take these numbers and it's wanting us to put it in each of the classifications. So if I look at 6, a positive 6, which one of these, where would I put that positive 6? Where does it need to go? What do you think, Skylar? Whole number. Good. 6 is a whole number. I would highly recommend when you put one into its place, go ahead and mark through it so that you're not placing it again. All right, what about negative 5.7? Rational. Good, good, good. So negative 5.7 is a rational number. Let's mark it out. All right, what about negative 31? So integer. Good, Jackson. Negative 31 is an integer. It's a negative and it's a whole number, so it's an integer. All right, let's see if this one tricks you guys. 0. Where does 0 go? Ooh, good job. Whole numbers. All right, what about 17.2? Rational, good. All right, what about 25? That is a whole number, good. All right, what about 42.4? That is rational. All right, what about 100? That is a whole number, excellent. You guys done awesome with that. All right, so now when I'm looking at, yes, just sign out. When you are looking at putting these on a number line, okay, when we're looking at putting these on the number line, the biggest thing that you've got to remember is you've got to look at what's behind that decimal. What's to the right of it? Is that number closer to the whole number, or is it closer to the next whole number? Okay, so here, like I've got negative 8.7. So is this closer to negative 8, or is it closer to negative 9? Negative 9. Now remember that here is negative 8. We are used to going to the right. That's with the positives, but we are in the negative. So the further we go in the hole, it's going to go to the left. So here is negative 8. I'm going to say negative 8.7 is somewhere around in that area. And I just marked on my finger. So we've got negative 8.7. Now, this may not be exactly where negative 8.7 is, but that's okay. We're pretty close. All right, now we've got 5.6. Where's that going to be? Good. Closer to the 6 in the positives. So here I have 5. You said closer to the 6. So I'm going to say somewhere around right there and put my B. All right, what about negative 1.1? Closer to the negative 1, closer to the negative 1. So it's probably going to be right next to that negative 1. Because you only went one little tenth of a over. All right, what about 3.4?
Closer to 3.
Closer to 3. Good. We're in the positives, right? So we're going to be about somewhere right in there. Good job, Jelena. All right. What about 9.3? What do you think?
In positive.
It's in the positives.
It's closer to 9.
And it's closer to 9. So we're in the positives. We're closer to 9. Excellent. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job. All right, let's look at number 2. It says, order the following numbers from least to greatest. Now, anytime that you have least to greatest or greatest to least, I want to see those underlined because that reminds you what order that you've got to put these numbers in. Okay? Most of the time it's going to say least to greatest. But sometimes it's going to say greatest to least, and you've got to make sure that you're aware of what it's asking for you to do. Okay? Alright, so let's look at this. Now, what's something that I always told you guys, if you're dealing with decimals, what should you think of with those decimals? What do you think? When you're trying to think of decimals and what order that they need to go in, if you're looking for greatest to least, Greater than, less than, equal to. Said decimals can be thought of as money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we can look here too. We can, when we're ordering these numbers, we can think of it as money. Okay? Even our whole numbers we can think of as money. So let's look at this. We're going to the least. So which one of these would be the least amount of money?
-6.
The -6. Owing somebody $6 is the worst that I could be with these numbers, right? I wished I only owed people $6. All right, so $6. All right, now what's next?
4.
Is it
3.9.
Oh, 3.9. Don't forget about this little 3.9 buddy right here. So 3.9. Mark through it. All right, what about next?
Then 4.
Now 4. There we go. Now we're ready for the 4. All right, now what's next?
4.6.
Good. All right, and then what?
16.
Excellent. Girls, you all are like in unison there. Good job. All right, now next one. Here again, least to greatest. So look at our numbers. Take a minute. What's the least amount of money?
-7.
Okay, so -7 is the least amount of money that I've got out of these. Then what?
-4.5.
Then -4.5.
Then 1.
All right, now let's look at this. We have, how much is this in money? Okay, $1.07. How much is this in money? $1.77. So which one is least? $1.07. Okay, so $1.07 is least. Now I'm ready for my $1.77. And then 17. Man, that's a lot of money right there, buddy. All right, everybody good? Thumbs up if you're caught up. Okay. Go ahead. What?